Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll talk about the travel kit equipment. I'm preparing for my next gig, which is gonna be in 4 days in Greece, and I'm going to take a lot of footage like documentary type of style. It's gonna be aerial shots, it will be interviews, it will be a lot of fashion shots, so I'll be fully packed for all these 20 days. So I need to take a lot of lenses, a few cameras, microphones and lights, of course. So I'm going to create this list of equipment that I'm going to take with me in my Pelican, and I'll be testing all my main gear in a real world condition. So I decided to take my Red Komodo as my A camera, and I will use it pretty much on Sigma 24 to 105, capturing the best moments with this camera. I also have a Canon R5 as big cam and for the stills, all along with the Melvus 1.4 50mm and Sony a7S III for the backup and low light. Also, we'll take Canon 70-200 for extra creative shots and the close-up shots. I recently was testing the Red Komodo and Sigma 24 to 105, so you can find this video on my channel. I'm pretty happy with the results, so I'm going to use this lens in about like 90% of the shots. For the stabilizing shots, I will take the Ronin RS2. I will also use it as a tripod because I will have only one tripod with me, and this Ronin can be modified and set on Pelican as a tripod itself. For the light, I will take around 200x and umbrella instead of softbox. It's gonna save me a lot of space because this umbrella size is almost nothing. I can easily drop it in my Pelican or in my suitcase. The softbox is something that you need to carry separately. It always takes more space, so I decided to take this diffuser and use it as a diffuser itself without needing bringing a softbox to location. For the rim lights, I will take small rig RC 30B big color LED focusing video lights. So my next piece of gear will be this lightweight stands, which is a carbon fiber. This is the Olanzi brand. I'm gonna take 2 of those. I think this is the right model. I don't know if you can see that. Can you? T43. It's 49. I don't know why I call 43, which is actually 49 centimeters. But these 2 stands. I will take them with me. For example, my regular studio stand, the cheapest one and the smallest one is this one, which is still more than 1 meter. You probably will not be able to fit it in your Pelican case or in your backpack or anywhere else. So that's why I came up with this stand. It's from Carbon. It's like $30 and it's pretty solid. So this is 49 centimeters. You can drop it in your backpack. I will have 2 of these. That will make huge difference to compare with this guy. Yeah, like 3 pieces of this. It makes a difference, right? By the way, this video is not sponsored, and I just was searching for the things that gonna work for me personally, so I'm really happy that I found this solution for myself. So it's more than 2 meters high. Yeah, I think it's pretty much enough for any scenario, you know. Rim lights, filler lights, and some ambient light that's gonna fill my character. And also I will take a little diffuser and reflector. So if I need more diffuse, I will drop it in front of this light source, and if I need some more filler lights, I will probably reflect the light from the reflector. Then I will need to provide the director's monitor. So here we go, DIY self-made selfie stick monitor. So you can adjust it pretty much easy and carry around if you need, or put it on the floor and extend like this. Pretty comfy. I really like the set, so you can pretty much hold all the necessary equipment that I rig here. So that will be DIY director's monitor. The next thing I will take is a teleprompter. So I will need to do something like head talking shots. So this small teleprompter probably gonna help me a lot. It's the only one I found on the market these days, which is for the full-size iPad, and can be mounted on the separate stand. Like if you're gonna compare this teleprompter with this size of teleprompter, it makes a lot of difference. These 2 boxes gonna probably take all the space in the bag, especially this one. So I decided to go with this one. Without the box, it will be pretty workable size. My studio teleprompter looks like this. It's heavy and big, and it has a glass, so while you're gonna transfer this thing, it can break. So I wanna just avoid to take these big things with me, and I prefer to take the small one. I wish I would take the newer drone, which just was released, the Mavic 4 Pro. My project is like in 4 days. I don't have time to order it because I will probably need to wait like a month or something. So I still have my old and damaged drone, which is this guy, Mavic 2 Pro, and you can see the legs are pretty much damaged. For the sound, I will take my Rode Go 2 together with the lav microphones. I think it's going to be more than enough because this microphone also having a backup, so I'm pretty happy with these microphones. I will take them as well. The rest of the gear will be my batteries, my cabling, and all this type of recording tools. The sound from the Rode Go 2, and that will be pretty much it for this gig. I hope this equipment list will gives you some ideas if you're planning to go overseas and you're planning your project on the professional way, but you cannot take everything with you, so these little advices can help you. So for the storage, I will take 2 separate external SSDs. It's going to be 4 TB, and for the backup I will take regular hard drives. My suggestion is always to keep 2 copies of the material that you shoot. So this setup gives me everything I need: quality, flexibility, and portability. When you're on the move, that balance is everything. You don't need to carry the whole studio to make something great. What gear do you really own when you travel? Let me know in the comments. And if you like travel setup, gear breakdown, and behind the scenes filming, check out my other videos and hit subscribe. Until that, see you in the next one. Then I would like to... fuck that. Okay, I need the umbrella.